to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Claire and I'm a young single mom of 2. And welcome back to Unbreakable episode 4. So if you could tell, your girl has been a little MIA recently, and I wanted to share with you where I've been because I have a crazy story for you. So, your girl ended up in a psych ward, mental hospital, whatever you want to call it. And I struggle with mental issues, mental health, and in particular, I have severe OCD, and it gets to the point where it's so debilitating where I don't want to be alive. And I was like struggling so much, and so I was at work one day and I had like a huge mental breakdown, and I like went on a walk with my boss. I told her what I was going through, and she had me call like a mental health line. So I talked to them for a really long time, and they told me like you need to go to the ER, and like that's a safe space. So I admitted myself into the ER, and I was in like the suicide watch room where literally I had to pee in a toilet that came out from under a counter, just to like paint you a little picture. And they took everything from me. They took my phone, they took everything. And I was waiting in there for like hours, okay? And then all of a sudden, this cop comes in with like this big leather belt and handcuffs. And I was like, so he handcuffed me, and I was in the back of a cop car, drove however long it took to get there, and then I got to the gates of hell. Little did I know it was hell, because nobody told me, no one told me that I was involuntarily there and that I could not get signed out. I could not sign myself out. I could not get out unless a judge had a court order that I was like safe to be back into like the community. So I walk in there being like, okay, well, if it's crazy, if like whatever, like I can just leave. No, I was stuck there. I was literally stuck there, okay? The nurses and the staff and the techs were so mean, so rude. Like it was so obvious that they like hated their job and they were just like completely miserable being there. And they took it out on us. Like I literally felt like I was treated like an animal when I was there. Like I'm not exaggerating. It was awful. So what they do for their safety is they give you a shot, right? They have these shots that they give you, like in a movie, you know, when they're like going to like get someone and then they have a shot and it like makes them knock out. Like that's what it is, okay? It's like filled with a bunch of Benadryl, and it's like cut with like 2 other things I don't remember. It's like a big ass shot, okay? So I was like, okay, I better be on my best behavior because I do not want to get drugged. Like I'm not getting that shot. Like there's no way. So I was really upset, and I went to the nurse and I was trying to talk to her, and she was so mean, and she started raising her voice at me, and I did not want to lose my. So I went like this. I literally went like this, okay? I went shh to like calm myself down and to like calm her down, and she went like this. She goes, oh, that's it. Ran into like the locked office where they like hang out. So we're like typing on our computer, and then the social worker came to me and like took me down a walk down to the end of the hallway, which is all we had to walk to. Literally, I had a door to a door that I could roam, which was like, I don't even know how long it was, but it was not long. And she took me down to the end of the hall. So my back was to like the entrance of where we were locked in. And so I didn't see the nurse coming, and I was talking to her about like what happened. And then she had like this look on her face, and I turned around, and these big ass security guards, okay, came up there with all these nurses. They all came out of their room. They told everyone else, like all the other patients, to go in their room and close the door. And I was like, I'm getting a shot. But I wasn't acting crazy. Like I was totally calm. Like I literally did nothing to deserve this shot. I was not in harm to myself. I was not in harm to anyone else, okay? And I saw her holding the shot, and I literally said, I was like, no, please no. I was like, Literally, this was like a scene from a horror movie. I'm not kidding, okay? I was like, no, please no. I was like, I'll go in my room for the rest of the day. I won't talk. I won't bother anyone. I'll just lay down. I was like, please don't give me the shot. And they were like, no, you need to come here. And they started walking closer to me, and there was a phone on the wall, like a wall phone that we were allowed to use. And so I was like, I want to call my mom. I want to call my dad. I was like, maybe if I throw the lawyer word out, they'll get scared. So I was like, I'm going to call my lawyer. Like, do not touch me. This is against my will. Do not give me that shot. And then they came to me. I like sat on the floor and was like literally like a child. I was like kicking and screaming. They pick me up. They take me to this room that they inject you at. And there's a bed on the plastic box, and the walls are like really close to it, and that's all that's in this room. And they took me in there. They threw me down. There were all, like, I'm talking like all the nurses and these security guards were holding me down. I swear to you, I was screaming at the top of my lungs, and I was like, help, help, like as if somebody was gonna come save me. Adrenaline was so high and I was screaming so loud, I didn't even feel the shot at all. And so they gave it to me, and then they sat me up on the bed, and then I called all of them a lot of mean names, and I like spit at them. And then the security guards came and put my face, like held me like that on the bed, and got on top of me and had his elbow going like this, digging into my shoulder blade. And I was like crying, and I was like, ow, stop, you're hurting me, ow, stop, you're hurting me. And every time I said that, he would dig it in harder as if like he enjoyed it. I'm not kidding, okay? And then he finally stopped, because I like calmed myself down, because I was like, the only way he's gonna let go is if I just stop crying. So I got myself together and I stopped crying, and he got off of me. And then they locked me in the room and left. And I just sat, and there was a camera in there, and I just was sitting there at the edge of the bed crying, and I was just like praying, and I was just like, God, please get me out of here. So they came back like, I would say like 10-15 minutes later, and I was still in the bed. I refused to lay down because I was feeling really drowsy, but I was like, if I lay down, like, I'm gonna be in here longer, and I wanted to go back to my room. And so they came back, and I was like, please, they came back to check on me, and I was like, please let me go to my room. So they let me go to my room. I like lay down. They gave me the shot at like 8:30, 8:45-ish, okay? I was passed out until 7 o'clock that night, like out. Apparently the doctor came in and talked to me. I have no recollection of that. Apparently a nurse came in and was like trying to ask me questions, and she said that I couldn't even like talk to her. So like what? Like, who does that? And if you don't take your medication, they give you a shot. Like, they literally, the shot is like their answer for everything. And I'm like, you're literally just drugging us. Like, so that's my crazy story. I was there for 5 nights and 6 days. The court finally let me leave, and I'm like traumatized and never want to go back to a hospital ever again. So that was my experience at a psych ward, and I hope that you enjoyed this vlog, and I just wanted to share like where your girl has been, and that I'm out now. I am feeling better, like I'm not suicidal anymore, but I'm hanging in there. So I'm really gonna start to like get my wagon wheel rolling and like making content again, and like I still really haven't been to the gym. So like I really need to like really push through this. And if you struggle with depression or any mental illness, I'm here for you, so you are not alone. And give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss another vlog from me. And until next time, I will see you next time. Bye.